Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another spicy episode of the Sanity stream with Lucius Coal. If you like this type of content, go down below, like, subscribe, share, and of course leave a comment if you think I deserve it. The Coal Factory and the Coal Train on our way to 1,000 Patriot strong. Thanks to people like you watching content like this. Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be a day of reckoning for Q, a day of reckoning for Lin Wood, a day of reckoning for the disinformation campaign, a day of reckoning for many people who still haven't woken up to the fact that the lies, the deceit, the abstraction from absolute empirical truth has destroyed this great movement of populism, nationalism, liberty, freedom, and the rule of law. These people need to be called out more than ever, because we are getting to a point where people are dying. 4-tour veteran dead because of stupid ideologues like Lin Wood, Sidney Powell, and Flynn. And I'm really targeting Lin Wood on here. I'm getting to the point where Sidney and Flynn are not going to be getting as much of a pass as much as I'd love to give it to them. Because at this point, this movement needs to be based on truth. And the amount of lies and deceit and deception that is coming from our side of the aisle needs to be crushed. And that's what we're going to do right here, right now, as well as a path forward to making sure that shit like this stops and we can focus on what actually matters about protecting you, your family, and making sure that us, as the American people, have a way forward in the coming techno state. So let's get into it. So here we are on Parler, soon to be shut down. But let's just take a look at some of Lin Wood's wonderful posts coming out right now. Prepare for an imminent blackout. President Trump will be using his emergency broadcast system. We have a man of courage and faith at the helm. He will be at the helm for 4 more years per the rule of law. Pray for the president, our country, and all. Steady. Lie. Lie. Vatican blackout. Okay, well, there's a Vatican blackout, so therefore that must mean a blackout's coming to the U.S., right? What else? What other BS? Vatican blackout. Pope arrested. Huh, interesting. Pope arrested on 80-count indictment for child trafficking and fraud. Wow, just sounds totally legit, guys. One of the most powerful men in the history of the world is somehow being arrested. Huh, interesting. Actually had somebody on a live stream the other day come in and told me the Italian president was also being arrested. Can someone show me a leader or a major leader in the Western world that has ever been arrested and actually held accountable for their crimes? Can you show me one in all of history in the Western world where that has actually happened? Even Nixon, who very clearly was caught in the act, red-handed, was pardoned. So you can't even use that as an example because justice, whether you see it as justice or not, was not actually had. Because the elites are held to a different standard than the normal everyday plebs. And this is the problem. You see, you have the red pill here that is given to these people. And you are selling hope to the hopeless. You are selling hope to people that want Trump in so bad they will literally believe anything that would give them hope. And these people are a cancer and a scourge to this movement. It is utterly insane that these people are given any leeway whatsoever. Over the next 10 to 14 days, you'll be learning shocking information about our government officials and wealthy elite. Little people trafficking and playground stuff are the worldwide pandemic. Revelations will relate to Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Justice John Roberts, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, Mike Pence, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Gates, and thousands more. I have seen the evidence. It is conclusive. Liar. Liar. Deceive, revise, repeat. That is the game here. First it was Jeff Sessions is here to save us. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, he's a traitor. Then it was Bill Barr. Bill Barr is now here to save us. Oh, no, he turned his back on the movement. He's a traitor. No. Actually, it's Christopher Wray, guys. Christopher Wray is the real deal. I'm telling you this time. Traitor. Oh, Mike Pence? Mike Pence? Oh, it was Mike Pence, right? Mike Pence was he was going to save it? January 6th? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, no, he's a traitor too. Or maybe you're just a liar. A deceiver. A charlatan. That's what you are. You go for the hopeless, and you deceive them. And these tweets, or no, I'm still calling them tweets. These parlays are being viewed by 9.8 million people with 129,000 upvotes. These deceptions are insane. And I heard Styx the other day saying, well, look, he's doing great things. He's helping Kyle Rittenhouse. If you actually listen to people like Robert Barnes, somebody who actually has his finger on the pulse a little bit more than this guy, Lin Wood. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Lin Wood has a bit of a tragic past where one of his family members, between his mother and his father, he actually witnessed one of them kill each other. I'm not going to get into the direct, everything that happened. Feel free to look it up yourself. But again, if you don't think this isn't going to kind of mess with a man, I don't know what to tell you. Also, take a look at a lot of the lawsuits that are coming Lin Wood's way, and I'm not talking about from Dominion. I'm talking about from his former colleagues who said that he assaulted them. He attacked them. He called himself a god. The next coming of Jesus, if you will. This is insane. And again, he's not here for Kyle Rittenhouse. Fight Back has ended its fundraising efforts for Kyle after we raised the $2 million cash bail. Kyle's represented in a Wisconsin case by criminal defense lawyer Mark Richards. He's not connected with it anymore, guys. And a lot of that money that was supposed to go to Kyle, somehow, some of it just disappeared from what I've heard. Huh. But no, he's such a great guy, guys. He's such a great guy. I mean, he said the 6th was the day, guys. What happened? What happened? And this is a big part of what's going on right now. We have another disinformation junkie going out there. You know, I put my 2 cents into the thing. This thing's getting 26 upvotes on Parler. And I've seen this guy basically spamming. His name's Stephen Hunter. He's going around to all the major accounts, people like Gavin McInnes, where he's talking about Proud Boys or Ali Alexander. He'll go on these and he'll just spam this stuff out. Trump is fully aware how to say the words, I concede. In fact, sorry guys, 1 second. In fact, he told us numerous times that he would never concede. Do you seriously believe he's going to back down and let a Luciferian blank Chinese communist agent who is wanted in Ukraine steal the presidency and condemn himself, his family, and all his supporters to slavery and suffering? Never. His concession was filmed in front of a green screen to trick the enemy into believing he's still in D.C. He's actually in Abilene, Texas at the Military Command Center, waiting for the precise moment to drop the hammer and arrest all the swamp creatures. Military is already in position under Trump's orders, disguised as riot control. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the show. You are full of shit. That's what you are. And the pushback I get when I go after these Q people, it's insane. I'm nobody special. I'm just not an idiot, and I've read a history book. And it's clear elites are held to a different standard. If you think anybody's going to get arrested, you're out of your mind. This is all hyperbole. This is all a game. This is all a political show. So they can use this to rouse up the base and say, look how I fought for you. What a good job I did. Well, I sold you out. Well, I banked the military-industrial complex. Well, I started wars all over the world, killing hundreds of thousands of people. Well, I continued to print money on the Federal Reserve. While I sold you out into debt slavery forever. These are the people that are running the show. And this is all a big game. It's all a big game. You know, I see a lot of people, they're referencing, oh, you saw the guy, he was in there. He had the exact same tattoos as the guy from the Simpsons episode. This is all a message. See, they were telling us. No, guys, this is how this works. This is a big problem with my generation. This is a big problem with Gen Y. This is a big problem with boomers. They see a thing on the screen and they don't disconnect from it. They don't question it. They say, oh, it's right there, therefore X, right? They see X, so therefore Y. When the reality is that guy knew about the Simpsons episode and made himself look like the Simpsons episode. The exact same way Trump went down the escalator like the Simpsons episode and did the exact same thing. They didn't predict it, guys. This is all marketing. They do it on purpose. People are just too stupid to realize it. It's incredible. And here's another guy. You know, and it's not like I don't follow these guys. I follow these Q-tards. I follow them. I see what they're saying. I watch their videos. Look, you can see. I was clearly engaging. You know, I had somebody on Twitter who was pushing this type of content out. And I said, okay, you know what? Let's take a look. And here we go. Here we go. Just disappears off the face of the earth, right? Gone. Get the money, deceive the people, revise the story, repeat it over and over and over and over and over again. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with charlatans. I'm hoping people wake up because this is what happens. Now, I put more blame here on the DC Capitol Police. At the end of the day, I believe in people's rights to speak truth. But I also believe in people's rights to absolutely annihilate those people when they act like Q-tards. Jesus, sorry guys. Dying, my voice is gone. This was Ashley Babbitt, a 4-tour veteran who is now dead. Now you can't see it here because a lot of it is gone. Let me know if one of you guys can find the archived version. But I had scrolled through her feed on the day of her murder, which is what it was. It was a bad shoot by that cop, 100%. And it was filled with Q stuff. Filled with it. And then Lin Wood goes on Parler and tries to make it seem as if it was some false flag. Like it didn't actually happen. When you have multiple video angles of a cop literally shooting her in the neck, saying that she was tweeting after the event. Oh my God. How can people believe this? I understand. Like, I don't get it. And the big problem with Q is this. Like, I liked Q back when they focused on the little people. They focused on saving the children. I liked them then. Then they started branching out into this amalgamation that I don't even understand anymore. And this is the problem. You probably know who this guy is. This is Hunter Biden. We know all the information that's coming out, and this is a big problem I have with a lot of these drops coming out. Why, first of all, why is it always spoon-fed to the public? And second of all, why is it scrubbed? There's so much censorship. They pick and choose what pictures they're going to drop. They don't just drop a huge archive like Wiki does, which is why WikiLeaks is superior in every way to all of these amalgamations of movements that claim to be truthers. That's the problem with a lot of these movements. They have a hint of truth in everything they say. And then they just create a narrative that they can spoon feed you, just like the mainstream media does, into believing something very insidious. It's demonic. It's evil. What separates the right from the left? I would like to think it's truth. I would like to think it's freedom. I would like to think it's liberty. But movements like these, like Q, that is full on deception, that gets people killed, is not the path forward. Is not the path forward to America first. Far from it. This movement is based on truth. This movement is based in fact. This movement is based on reality. And the reality is we're getting our fucking asses kicked. You see the monopoly of big tech right now. You see the overcome in terms of domestic terrorism and everything that's going to come down the pipeline once the Dems get in. And it's not just Democrats. And I say this every single podcast. Just about. Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. Either way, your rights are eroded every single time. Every single time. It is time that we start protecting ourselves. It is time that you start protecting you and your family. And I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. I'm not a financier. I'm not a master seer. I just see the writing on the wall. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is not legal advice. But take a look at Bitcoin right now. It's currently trading at $38,000. It was around 10K in July of 2020. This is an amazing hedge against inflation. Now, of course, if you want to do something more physical per se, you have gold and silver. But again, that is determined by what each government thinks the market is. It's still under control, whereas these particular financiers are not. Also, Ethereum is a big game changer that's going on right now. And at the end of the day, these assets are something to be held on for the long term. Now, of course, you can play with it, this, that, and the other. But I think, if I'm being honest, I can see these things doubling, tripling, quadrupling, septupling in value in a very, very quick amount of time. Especially if they decide to do another stimulus. The Fed is out of control right now. And a great way to protect you and your family is to make sure that you are investing in things for the future, like a sound currency. If you go down below, I have a referral link to Coinbase. Safe website, relatively cheap fees. Check it out. The referral helps out quite a bit. We'll help out with the channel and we'll help you as well. So take a look at it. With that said, the big switch is in, guys. Apparently at 12 o'clock tonight, Amazon is going to be dropping these servers for Parler. And if you're a conservative, I mean, at this point, the writing's on the wall. I don't know what to tell you. It's time to move away with what's going on. It's time to move to new platforms where we can actually speak our truth. Move away from Google to DuckDuckGo. Great alternative. Move from Facebook to Parler. Twitter to Gab. WhatsApp to Signal. I recommend Signal. And if you're looking for an email account, check out Proton Mail. We are the cyber warriors, if you will. We have become the cyber warriors. We are the cyberpunk 2077. That's what we are. We are the rebels in the Terminator. We are against big tech in a variety of ways. The censorship is out of control. We have a connection with big, major, multinational corporations and the state, a la fascism. And the left is cheering it on. We are losing this battle. And I kind of say this unironically, guys. But learn to code. Yes, the infamous meme is actually becoming reality. We must learn to code. Harvard has an amazing course for it that you can actually do for free. And it's kind of funny. I mean, it's going to get to a point where, yeah, I mean, the world will basically become a cyber utopia. Now, I think this is kind of like 50 years down the line in terms of a full transition, if you will, from the techopoly that is currently taking over this country, unless we have a full-on movement that actually fights back. I don't know what else to tell you. Gab is a great alternative. Take a look at this. For months, we've been backing up every reply to Donald Trump's tweets. We call this project Liberal Hate Machine. Conduct sentiment analysis to detect threats of violence, slurs, and more. There's a lot. It's searchable, too. Stay tuned. Big tech doesn't care about hypocrisy. They care about power and control. And they know the government isn't going to do anything, so they're just going to do it. The end game being that Democrats and Republicans, the uniparty, rule the United States forever. So be very careful with what you say online right now. I know a couple people on the Donald have received some nice little visits from the FBI. This is insane. This is utterly insane. Just be safe out there. Protect your family. Protect your wealth. Big crash is coming. Hopefully not in the near too distant future. And stop listening to these false prophets because they're destroying this entire movement. I'm working right now to get an America First website up and running, an actual party. That's right. If you know anybody who's a huge influencer, maybe a friend of a friend, we're looking for about $1,200 right now for one of the domain names that are actually available. So if you're interested in donating for that, feel free to reach out in the comment section below. And yeah, we'll get this ball rolling because the Republican Party is dead. The Democrats are just as insane. And now more than ever, we have to fight back. We do not want to be the generation that allowed America to be taken over by tyrants. I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is Lucius Coal. If you enjoy this type of content, go down below, like, subscribe, share, and of course leave a comment if you think I deserve it. The Coal Factory and the Coal Train on our way to 1,000 Patriot strong. Thanks to people like you watching content like this. See you guys in the next one. Love ya. Peace. Coal Train. Choo-choo! Yeah. America.